sake geeks, welcome to my channel. I'm Dominic. If you are a sake geek and you love sake already, or if you are new to Nihonshu but you want to learn more, you have found your people. I'm very excited to share this video with you because in it we heat and taste the same sake at 6 different temperature zones to explore how heating sake can affect the flavor. And in this video we're going to be geeking out with a very delicious Sunmaishu from Sakehara area of Hiroshima, from a very famous brewery called Nakao Shuzo. This is their Seikyo brand, and it's a very versatile sake that I thought it would be really fun to play around with this one. Just a quick note about the sake itself. It's made from omachi rice, which is a rice with a lot of heritage and history going back to middle of the 19th century. And the rice itself is milled to 65%. And the sake meter value, or the Nihon Shudo, on this sake is a +5, which is slightly dry. But as we find when we warm this sake up, the temperature can change on that. So room temperature by sake tasting standards is about 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius. So let's give it a try. Kanpai.
Kanpai. A little bit floral, and I smell kind of like pineapple.
There is some kind of fruit on the nose for sure. A little bit of earthiness, maybe a little bit of melon. It's definitely complex. The finish is soft.
It seems kind of light, and the taste to me is sweet, a slight hint of sourness, but I'm not picking up too much, just very slight.
There is almost a kind of lactic acid, kind of dairy flavor too. It'll be interesting to see what it's like when it's warmer. I think there'll be a little more sweetness to balance that acidity.
Really nice.
Yeah, I could
really
drink
good
it.
At this temperature.
I could drink it at this temperature, no problem. Okay, so we've brought the temperature up to about 30 degrees Celsius with Hinatakan. Hinatakan is like sunbathing temperature. 86 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's give it a try and see if it's any different. Okay,
Kanpai.
The fruit is kind of gone now.
Me too. Yeah, it doesn't, I don't really smell the pineapple anymore, but I still have that kind of floral, sort of sweet scent.
Sweetness, and I'm getting more rice now, like a cereal.
That's different.
It's feeling a bit more dense, a little more, a little thicker, a little heavier on the palate, but
A little mushroomy.
yeah,
to me.
definitely some mushroom, and the acidity is still there, but it's kind of coming. It's a bit less harsh, I think.
Maybe a little herbaceous.
Did you
I like
research
this.
this sake? A lot of people taste a kind of herbiness or kind of hints of mint for omachi rice. So if that's true, you're very perceptive. You sure you didn't research this sake?
I promise.
Okay. So definitely a little change between the first temperature zone, the room temperature, and the sunbathing or hinatakan. Okay, so we're moving on up to hitohadakan. Hitohadakan is about body temperature, so 95 degrees Fahrenheit, 35 degrees Celsius. Kanpai.
Kanpai.
So for me, the fruit is almost gone from the nose.
Yes.
Almost. Nearly gone. Got a little zing to it now. It's a kind of peppery-ness. More earthy aromas are coming out.
I also noticed that the sort of original kind of fruitiness, the aroma of that is kind of gone, and it still has like a sweet smell to it, but more of like an alcohol smell. And the taste is, I'm picking up like black pepper.
For me, this is the nicest finish so far. It's really getting back there to the savory place on your palate, and just like a big full nice finish. And I feel warm now.
Yeah, warm here.
Okay, so now we've got our sake at about 40 degrees Celsius. This is Nurukan.
Smells like banana.
There's something banana happening there, something also maybe vaguely spicy or kind of wooden.
Like a slight sourness coming through.
To me, the earthiness is really coming out now.
Nice.
And it's starting to get really, really rich in a good way, really savory, I guess maybe in the mushroom zone. Finish is nice. It's rich. It's making me hungry.
It kind of lingers. The finish lingers more this time.
Quite persistent in a good way. Also a little bit of almost kind of dairy. There's something cheesy, dairy rich, almost buttery. And so I feel like at this temperature the sake is getting a little bit less complex. There's not as many things going on as there were before, but it's really starting to come into focus. And what you're getting is a much deeper flavor at this temperature. Okay, so the next stop on the hot sake train is Jokan. Jokan is slightly hot sake, and temperature-wise we're at about 45 degrees Celsius or 113 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's a hot takori. That's what it is, right?
Okay, kanpai.
Kanpai.
Now I start to get that attack of the aroma out of the cup. It's kind of jumping out of there.
It kind of tastes like something baked to me, like baked banana bread.
Maybe vanilla, a rich, ricey. Finish is dry. The first thing you get is the sweetness, but then the finish is kind of long, like you want to drink more.
Still getting like a minty, like a sort of herbaceous quality to it, but it seems like the sweetness is back too.
Okay, so we are now at Atsukan, which is officially hot sake.
Kanpai.
Well, I'm glad we went this far because I do smell something different. Maybe like lemongrass, kind of citrus note. So the acidity is still there. The depth is still there. I don't think this is too hot for this sake.
It seems like one note though, like there's not, I'm not picking up as many different flavors.
Still good. Now that we've got the bottle on the table here, I actually didn't look at the brewer's recommendation, but they're saying drink it cold, which we have done before this.
Yeah.
All the way up to 50 or 55 degrees Celsius, which is where it's at. So they actually recommend it's okay, and I totally agree. It's still very delicious.
Yes.
Well, tasting this sake has been a lot of fun, and as you can see, there are a lot of different flavors and nuances that you can coax out of the bottle depending on the temperature at which you serve it. And so when you think about the possibilities for food pairing, for example, this is a really, really versatile sake to do that with. Probably the biggest thing we noticed is that as you did warm up this sake, and most sakes, the fruitier, more delicate aromas disappear, and you really get the kind of base notes of the sake, the richness, the depth, and the umami, and everything kind of comes into focus. And if this video does one thing for you, I hope it gets you comfortable with exploring different temperature zones for the sake that you're drinking. Hope you can try it at home. Thanks for watching, and if you're interested, we have some other videos related to warming sake. Please check them out, and don't forget to like and subscribe.